Hello again, folks. This is Scott out in Queensbury. I'm just showing you a quick repair on my Suzuki ATV. It's a 500 FT. It's like a 98 to 2001 Suzuki. And the problem was for some reason, I had to jump start a couple times, whatever, because my battery went dead, whatever. So somehow I must have sparked it, and it did a short someplace. So I did a couple different tests here. There's a fuse box right here. And I couldn't get no power to the fuse box whatsoever, no fuse going up there. I took the thing all apart and traced it down, whatever, like that, with the key switch, whatever. And there was no broken wires there. I looked all over everywhere, whatever. And then what we ended up finding, my friend Jamie come down, whatever, and he Googled it, whatever, because I've been looking on YouTube and researching it, whatever. I couldn't find any information. They kept saying that there was a 30 amp fuse in line somewhere, which they blow, whatever. So after realizing it was a 30 amp fuse somewhere, we found it right here, just so I wanted to drop this information down there for people going through this, because I went a couple days trying to figure this thing out, and I couldn't figure it out. But anyway, right here behind your battery, there was a box behind it, your little toolbox right here. You got your toolbox. Right behind there was a box, and there's three things in there. There was this thing right here, and that green fuse was a 30 amp fuse. It was right behind that little plastic cover that broke off. It was stuck right there, and that's what blew. And right here, looks like there's then you have this other little box thing here, which I ain't sure what it's for, but all this goes into a little holder that's stuck right behind your toolbox on there. So that's what the fix was. So my buddies went down to get me a fuse, and we'll be back up and running, and that'll send me power to the indicator, and we'll be up and running. So this is Scott again. Hope you like my review. Hopefully this helps somebody out there that had the same problem with no power to the key switch with no indication lights, just totally dead. And that's what it turned out to be. Have a good day. Oh, it's good to pick up one of these little test lights. That comes in handy so you can figure things out really quick. Okay, and I got one of those meters, analyzer meters off Amazon too. It was like 20 bucks. It tells you if your battery's good or bad and if it's a good strength on it and everything else. But that was a culprit. Have a good day. Hello again, folks. This is Scott again out in Queensbury. This is part two of the Suzuki ATV FT 500 Suzuki, and it's a 98 to 2001. And the problem is the indicator light was not coming on when you turn the key switch, whatever. No indication at all. And the fuse box, which was over here, which I said in the earlier video, there was no power in the fuse box at all. The fuse box right there, there was no power on either side of the fuse box, on either side of the fuse. No power, and it turned out to be, like I say, the blown fuse right there inside this little harness, whatever. That's what it was caused. It's a 30 amp fuse that comes off, and it was a big plastic cover that covers that, whatever, and that's what was wrong with it. But apparently, after putting that in, because that was the main culprit of the 30 amp fuse not allowing power to get up to the indicator with the key switch, whatever. Even though I had power every place else, I couldn't get it to there. Like I say, so that was the main problem. But after putting the fuse in, it kept blowing the fuse. So that means there was a dead short somewhere. So we figured it out. Went back over here. This is a regulator rectifier, and you buy them on Amazon for $25. I ordered one. I got it coming. And for some reason it melted. The wires all melted right here. Somehow there was a rubber boot that was supposed to be covering this, whatever, and the rubber boot wasn't quite covering it all the way. And I believe it made contact with that steel bar underneath. And that's what happened here. See all the wires? It all melted. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to cut back all these wires, and I'm going to use some heat shrink and some solder, resolder, and make these longer. And I'm going to have to direct wire these to the new rectifier. Regulator, voltage regulator, okay? And that's what I'm going to have to do, whatever. But you see here, it's all melted. And I don't know why they have to change the wire code. It went different codes, whatever. So I want to be cautious, take several pictures, whatever, make sure wire for wire on the right terminal. It's 5 wires, and it didn't burn up into the rest of the wire harness, so I got just enough so I can be able to do this repair without being stressed out. But have a day. Hopefully this helps somebody out there. Like I say, the main reason was no indication, no power to the indicator up here to power anything up to start it. No indication lights, whatever like that. that blown fuse was blown, and like I say, the reason why that fuse keeps blowing is because this shorted out. But have a good day. Subscribe to my channel, and hopefully, like I say, this helps somebody out there, whatever, because the last couple days I've been screwing around trying to figure out what was going on. But it's always something. It's wintertime here in Queensbury, and you never know. It's always something. Have a good day. Bye. Subscribe to my channel.